Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Fitness Education Series produced by the Australian Fitness Academy. It's like progressive overload for your brain. I'm your host, Tom Rock, and today I've got Aaron here.
Thomas.
Thanks for jumping on, Aaron.
Thanks for having me back.
Excellent, anytime. I thought it'd be a good chance. I wanted to touch base on today's content and talk about starting a new program. Not generally, we've talked a lot about programming and variety and the benefits of trying different programs a lot. But I'm just starting a new program that I created myself to follow. And I thought it'd just be interesting to discuss what it is. I won't go into it in detail, but to bring Aaron in and Aaron see what Aaron's thoughts are on it a little bit. But the main premise being I've jumped back to full body. So I'm doing a full body program 3 times a week, which I probably haven't done for at least 5 years. I've sort of been doing this upper-lower split has been my go-to for a long period of time. Mm-hmm. And I've jumped back to full body.
So give a bit of context. It's off the back of October or Squattober that you were completing.
Yes. So I did what is termed Squattober, which is there's a strength coach in the US who runs online, like he sells online programs, and he runs
it's promotion.
It's a promotional thing that we do Squattober.
Yeah.
So basically, it's via Instagram, and each day he'll post a workout. So you don't know what you're doing until you wake up in the morning, and boom, you see these new posts, and that's what you do for the day. And it's generally squatting. It changes a little bit each year, but this year, like 5 days a week, you're training in the gym. And it's based around squatting. So most days you're squatting 5 days a week. Yeah.
I think the positives that I saw from you out of that though was not just the squats and not how that improved, but also the volume to the training that was included, which is probably where your mindset is sitting now. And what you said to me must have been last week around that you were going to then implement full body back into your program because you realize how much more you could be doing with the time that you had.
Yes.
And what boxes you can tick from that. So it was squatting and there was other compound movements in there. Yep. Very little accessory, really.
Yeah.
That you were doing, but that's probably where this has come from. So question without notice, where does your mindset go to firstly you've said, all right, I'm going to be doing a new program. I've written it myself. Do you put the time frame on the program? Are you putting your goal in your mind of what you want from it? Or is it actually just, all right, I'm implementing full body back in now. Let's see where it goes. Yes,
I'm going to go the long way to answering the question.
Sure.
And also I just wanted to touch on obviously the Squattober, like you said, there was more volume, and I definitely will lead into that's sort of one of my reasonings of going back and trying a full body program again. But I think it's important to highlight the benefits of trying different programs, because I've touched on previously, and there's times for sticking to a certain program for a period of time, obviously, to see results and get good at things. But program variation and trying different things helps you, build new ideas or move on or get experience to different exercises. And I sort of used Squattober, but I sort of hadn't had a consistent gym routine for a few months. So I was like, this gave me somewhere I didn't have to think about what I was doing. It was actually planned because previously it was very ad hoc. And I was like, I'm just going to follow this. It'll get me back into the gym, get me in some routine. It's a big month, but it get me moving forward. So, with the whole volume thing, it sort of did make me realize I was sort of previously training and doing upper-lower split, but training for probably roughly 45 minutes to an hour, and just doing upper body or just doing lower body.
Yep.
And throughout Squattober, I was generally, most of them were full body sessions, and they were only taking me 45 to 60 minutes. And it was good because it has rest periods, and you stick to rest periods and the volume of different lifts and sets, and it's sort of pushing back, I wasn't being slack. It's just how you structure training. You can actually get a lot into 60 minutes rather than just taking 3-minute rest periods for a few sets of squats, then dawdling around, then doing some RDLs, and then, I'll just do a couple of calf raises and then bang, I'm done.
Yeah, it's the accountability.
Yeah.
Then. So, it's not being slack. It was more, all right, I've got X, Y, Z to be fitting in today instead of just X. Let's go. I got to get this.
Yeah,
Gotta
and
get it done.
I think I was had been doing upper lower split for so long. I was like, oh well, if you do full body, it's going to take 90 minutes to do a session.
Yeah.
Whereas it depends, as long as you structure it well and you exercise selection is right and you keep on top of your rest periods and you don't sort of dawdle between exercises, you can actually fit work in to 60 minutes.
Yep. And I saw you fit a lot in. So firstly, throughout October, I wouldn't even call it upper lower. I have been squatting and then leg extension, leg curls, and then I've been benching, rows, sometimes some face pulls, lat raises, bis, tries. That's it.
Which is exactly what I used to do.
It was, yeah. And it's more only because my goal is increase my squatting, increase my bench. That's all I was doing. I'm doing nothing else. But during that time, there would be periods where I'd be sitting on the leg extension, having a bit of a rest, and I'd say, all right, Tom's doing that. Oh, no, there's that one there, that one there. I could be doing that, but so it's not in my program. It's not what I'm doing. So it wasn't guilt of feeling slack. It was more, all right, once I get where I want to, I could incorporate that later down the line.
Yeah, I think, and that was sort of what opened my eyes to let's try a full body program again. Like you only still have to go in wanting to work hard for 60 minutes. But yeah, managing the sets and total sets and something that, it's sort of got me keen again to sort of follow a bit more of a program, because upper lower I enjoy it a lot, but I probably got complacent with how hard I was working in the sessions.
Yeah, there's a lot of 7s out of 10. There's a lot of 7, maybe some 8s, maybe every couple of weeks we're pushing for.
Yeah, and I think I found I like lifting more to the heavy, like compound lifts heavy. So squats, bench, deadlift, which I think are good, but even now that I think like in an upper lower program, if that's your priority and you try and do that every session, you just go, and you don't have a plan, and I'm just doing it ad hoc. Every session I go, I just want to hit, I don't want to do grindy sets of 8 on a squat.
No.
So, or a deadlift. So I'm going to just go do some warm-up sets, a couple of ramp-up sets. I'm going to hit some heavy 3s or something.
A couple of nice 5s. And
but I'll do a couple of reps where I'll do 3s where I'm leaving 5 in the tank, and then I'll work up to a heavy 3. Then I'll do some accessories.
Yep.
But doing that 4 days a week, whether it's upper lower, then res upper lower, actually is 4 days a week of heavy resistance training.
It's probably more taxing on your neurological system than what your full body program would be.
That's what I think, because I get workout, then I get a day off, then I work out, then I get a day off, and I'm doing probably 3 days a week. So I get a day's rest in between, whereas I was going upper then lower. So I'm backing up workouts, then have a day, and then back up workouts again. So I've only been doing it. This is the first week. But I think it's a good little adjustment. So in terms of the goals, which is what the original question was,
that's
what I want out of it. So I didn't really, Squattober was good to get me back in the gym. I think I hadn't been doing something consistently for a little while before that. So I think I sort of built back to where I was probably roughly at before I stopped training consistently. So I sort of just want to continue on. Like Squattober was great, but it's technically only 4 weeks. So it was a lot of training. And it probably built me back to where I was, or got me going again.
I reckon you might say that. I reckon you actually were ahead.
I probably am a little bit. I'm ahead of where I was, but in reality, it was actually only 4 weeks. So I feel like if I give myself another 4 to 8 weeks, where it's like Squattober, I don't know, like there was a couple of, that third week I was done. Like
that was a heavy volume week.
It was a massive volume week
into the third week.
And then at the end, I did my squat, and then I feel like in 3 weeks' time, if I have a normal training load, not training every single day, I feel like it'll probably just go up again a little bit. So I just want to see what happens with a full body program 3 times a week, which is sort of, it's probably geared towards lower body strength. And not like upper body's obviously in there, but more focused on the lower body strength than upper body, which I'll probably stick to 4 to 8 weeks, I think, and then maybe look to potentially switch if I want to get my bench back up or make it a little bit more balanced. But I think it's going to be interesting to see, because it's the 60-minute workouts are now 60 minutes where I get it. There's no junk time. So I think that's something that can happen in a full body program is people probably place a lot of the emphasis getting their compounds done
that might be the first 35, 40 minutes. There might be a little bit of junk time that creeps in by putting in maybe too many isolation or accessories too. You can keep that timing tight. You can shorten your rest period if you're doing bis, tries, lat raises, some core work. It's not going to need as much rest as what your squats, your bench, dead, your lunges, your whatever you're doing. That. So I guess that's a little bit of advice too, is just because your compound lift is finished, don't let your rest periods blow out.
Yeah, especially between exercises.
Keep it tight.
Keep it tight. And I think it's one benefit of having a personal trainer, and if you're a trainer out there or going to be, is this is what your clients won't realize they're getting until they don't have it. But I sort of made myself follow the program for a month, and it was someone had written it. So I'd follow it, sticking to the rest periods, and I know that it was going to take me a while to get through. So it kept me pushing through the workout to stay on, be efficient. And I think previously to that, when I'm doing upper lower, I just sort of mosey on through the workout at any sort of pace. But if I had someone, a personal trainer there with me, it's like they keep me on track. I do my exercise, they're straight on to the next one. There's no stopping or resting.
No,
it's like
that's the accountability.
Keeps you accountable of actually working hard in the time frame. So without a personal trainer, what might take your client 45 minutes in the session, if they stop doing PT and you're not there tracking their rest periods, helping them load their weight, unload their weight, spotting them, keeping them moving, they'll find that what they did in 45 minutes, they probably won't do in an hour and 15 minutes if you're not there.
Yeah, it's a self-discipline that needs to be built from it. So I know that, like you said previously, we've probably done programs in the gym, similar programs to each other, 45 minutes. Oh, geez, we might have ticked off, for all we could have been done in 30.
Yeah.
But it took 45.
Yep.
We do have a bit of an issue about talking too much in between our sets as well.
Well, that's what's
about
easy
random
to do.
stuff. Then that's the gym environment though. But this is where the discipline comes into it that you have now built as well, or taken from
trying something else. Yeah.
And again, that's probably advice from myself, is not bug people during their workouts with random chat when there's a goal in mind, or there's a time frame they need to be sticking to.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's definitely the balancing act. I think it will ebb and flow, but I think it's going to be interesting to get through the next sort of 4 to 8 weeks and see what happens.
Is there any exercises, big compound ones, that you're going to be putting in this program that you haven't done in a little while, or?
No, actually. Okay. It's just on the wall there. If you want to grab it.
Yeah, cool.
They're all relatively similar to what I've already done. One thing I did try in the Squattober was a Zercher squat, which I hadn't really played around with too much. So that was a bit of fun. I haven't put in this program, but I've stuck to the general main lifts. So it's back squats, deadlifts, lat pull downs, bench press, a bit of incline bench press just to mix it up.
Yep.
But then, all the main, I haven't fluffed around too much. But again, that's where I would probably add variety maybe in the next block.
Yeah.
If I want to change it up. But just a stock standard full body. I got 3 different days, so they're slightly different. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. But I haven't thrown any too wild curveballs. It's just more get the volume, because I know what can be done in 45 minutes now.
Yeah.
So I don't and I think full body means I don't have to do a heap of volume. So because I'm training a muscle potentially 3 times a week, 2 sets generally fine, and it's going to still see lots of good adaptation from just a basic 2 sets. And I potentially can look to maybe slightly increase that volume towards the end of the blocks or something like that if I'm looking to overload a little bit. But realistically, hopefully, I can see some good progress on something like this.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Look forward to seeing the results.
Yep. I'll keep you posted in 4 weeks. But thanks for jumping on, Spence.
Thanks for having me.
We might get you on again sometime soon. Tell us through your program. We'll talk about how I'm going, making sure I'm sticking to it.
Do a post-carnivore one too.
Post-carnivore, he's still alive. Post-carnivore diet. He's off it, just so everyone's aware, and loving life now.
That's a separate episode in
itself.
Yep.
But if you do have any questions on that, guys, or on programming in general, send an email to tom@afa.com.au. I'd also love to know if you follow a split program or a full body program. So whichever way you go, let me know. I believe we might advertise this on our Instagram, and I'll get that to put up a bit of a poll. So
cool.
if you don't follow AFA, Australian Fitness Academy on Instagram, give that a follow. Check out the post and try full body or split, because it's a big contentious point these days. It's like, should do full body, should do split. People say full body's the best, all that sort of stuff. So can keep the conversation rolling, and let me know what sort of program you're currently running on. Other than that, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you all soon.
See ya.